So, Drew, I'm going to ask you to kick us off here and talk us through the framework that we have deduced or synthesized from all of these stories that we've watched, from all these stories that we love, from all these great leaders that we aspire to be like.
All right, let's start with what we call the limit break framework. So, if we want to achieve something monumental in the world, to do something different that really unlocks flourishing, then it all starts with this first step. It starts with dissatisfaction, right? That doesn't seem like the right place, but for us to want to make a change in the world, we have to be dissatisfied with the way that things currently are. But it doesn't end there. That dissatisfaction needs to be aligned to an external mission, something that we need to do collectively to collaborate and to move the ball forward towards a goal. Next, we need to have a realization. That realization has to do with the gap between where we are today and where we want to be. It's not just about the emotion and the internal dissatisfaction. At this point, the realization is I have to take an action. I have to bring people together to take action to be able to close this gap. And that's what the alignment is. The alignment is all about people coming together to move towards that mission. But it's not, as we learn in movies, always that easy. It's not just getting the team together and it's all fun and games, because what is the most common thread in the greatest stories that humans ever tell? There's always a cost to be paid. What is the sacrifice that needs to be made in order to achieve this new goal that we have? And that sacrifice, this is what we're looking for. What is the right sacrifice? What is the right moment where I can put somebody else before myself so that we can achieve a change in the world that we're calling a limit break? A limit break is when the existing system, the existing default way of being is irreversibly changed by an action that we collectively take to move forward. And you can probably think about how that happens in some of your favorite stories. And why do we do this? We do this to unlock flow or flourishing in the world. This creates a new state of being where humans have more freedom, more abundance, more healthy relationships, all the things we want to see in the world as leaders. So Brian, I'm going to turn it back over to you. We've talked enough about the framework. Please give me an example of how this plays out in perhaps the most popular movie of all time.
Yeah, so this can be a little bit academic or a little bit conceptual, but it's nice to break things down in consistent steps. So let's talk about how this works with one of our favorite movies, right? The original Star Wars from 1977, Episode 4, A New Hope. Luke Skywalker is dissatisfied. He is a farm boy who doesn't want to be a farm boy. He wants to have an adventure. He's living in a place that he hates, doing a job that he hates, dreaming of the stars, right? He's kind of looking for a mission. And when he finds a mission, then he gets to go on his adventure. And on the course of his adventure, he has a lot of realizations about what it's going to take for him to be the kind of person that he wants to be, right? He learns about the Force. He learns about the rebellion and the Empire. He learns about the people that he can be friends with. He learns about people he's going to be threatened by. He has to learn a lot of new skills. And then he has to take the skills that he had and the skills that he's learned and deploy them and risk it all to unlock the change in the universe that he desires, which is, of course, a universe that doesn't have a Death Star in it anymore, right? So this is Luke going through a limit break himself in the service of an audacious and worthy goal. So Luke's a really great leader, right? Yeah, not so much. What do you think, Drew?
Is Luke really the magnanimous leader that we're looking at in this story?
No, I would argue he is not. Luke is the learner. Luke is the team member. Luke is the hero. And we all want to be the hero, but Luke's not a leader. In this story, Obi-Wan's the leader. Obi-Wan is the one who finds him in his dissatisfied state and presents him with a compelling mission, who challenges him to take up the challenge. He's the one who mentors him and teaches him new skills, opens his eyes to the real size and shape of the universe and his potential, and who actually then, of course, sacrifices himself, Obi-Wan does, on Luke's behalf to make sure that he can achieve his mission. And even after his sacrifice, his words and his guidance and his teachings are guiding Luke to become more and more successful, right? In this context, and in what we're trying to accomplish here in WonderTour is we're not trying to become Luke. We're trying to become Obi-Wan. We're trying to be that magnanimous leader who finds and nurtures talent, who leads teams, who points the way forward, whose advice resonates down through people's careers, and who unlocks those changes in the world by creating more and more heroes and more future Obi-Wans. That, in a nutshell, is WonderTour.